All right, Andy Herb with Herb Fire Equipment here. Just completed a final inspection with Greencastle, Indiana on their new Sutphen SPH 100 aerial platform. A couple features we're going to talk about on the truck. One thing they did is, in order to keep the wheelbase as short as possible, they went with the 56-inch cab, and that allows us to have an industry-leading 230-inch wheelbase, making it a very maneuverable truck for a 100-foot platform. They also, sticking to the cab, decided to go with the flat roof cab. This is a common request for aerial platforms, mid-mount aerial platforms, to be able to increase your reach when you're working over the front of the cab. Looking inside the cab, they did a 4-person cab, obviously the driver and officer, and then the 2 rear-facing seats here, and then a large full-width EMS cabinet on the back wall with the transverse compartment underneath that EMS cabinet. You have your access way, standard on all SPH 100s, up to the turntable, and a lot of room at the turntable to operate. You can actually get a second guy up there for training purposes. Makes it a lot easier for training. They went the manual controls as an option. We offer electronic controls here, but most of our customers tend to be doing the manual controls, especially if they've had a Sutphen previously. Extremely easy to operate and set up in under 45 seconds. They also did a monitor here in this compartment that allows the jack operator to see the opposite side outrigger in place of a mirror on the back of the cab. This makes it a little bit easier and a little bit more precise. As standard on all Sutphen aerial platforms, we did the 304 stainless steel body. This community is replacing a 35-year-old aerial platform. It's a Sutphen as well. They know they're going to keep this for a long time, so having that non-corrosive stainless steel as a body was a really important feature to them. The pump panel, they do have a Hale Q-Max 2000 GPM pump with 3 crosslays. 2.5-inch crosslay and 2 3/4, which we'll show you on the other side as well. They did something that we've had some customers do here recently, an outrigger spotlight. So there's one on both sides, so you can be in the cab and turn that spotlight on to get a perfect understanding of where your outrigger is going to be placed if you're setting up in a tighter area. They did a mix of fire tech and fire research scene lighting. You can see the long 42-inch scene light. They got one on each side of the body there. And then they've got fire tech or fire research lights in the bucket, underneath the bucket, the face of the bucket, and a brow light too, I believe. Storage space, again, a standard on the SPH 100. Phenomenal storage space, 295 cubic feet on this particular unit. This truck does have a 300-gallon water tank and a hose bed to carry 900 feet of 5-inch hose. They stored a little giant ladder there above the compartments as well. Your standard access up to the bucket here. With the wheel chocks stowed away nicely so they're not hanging down below the truck. We're not going to walk up to the bucket right now, but it is the industry's largest aerial platform. Coming around the back of the truck, I made reference to the fire research light underneath here, a very common feature. And there's another one here on the back of the bucket that faces outward. And then you're probably familiar with our parapet ladder there that swings down to help get onto a roof, making it a lot easier. As most customers are doing with the SPH, one electric monitor and one manual monitor. Always off to the side like this makes it a lot easier for rescue operations and a lot easier to operate the monitor, so you're not having to kneel down to operate. Ladder storage, this is what I would consider to be a standard complement of ladders on an SPH. It's 115 feet of ground ladders. You can see the complement is listed there. This is very customizable for other departments that need to carry different ladders, but this is the setup they went with. And then underneath the ladders, we do have a large storage compartment. They're going to store a Stokes basket in there. That's an 88-inch long compartment, and they've got 6 pike poles, 3 on either side. Right side, you really really get to notice the compartmentation on this side. These are all going to be full depth, even above the wheels here. A swing out tool board. They're going to put some mounting brackets there, and they're going to be able to mount on the back wall of the compartment as well. The cross slays we talked about, very low to the ground, 200 feet in each compartment, and there's 3 separate cross slays there. They do have a 10 kW hydraulic generator from Smart Power, and a cord reel that runs off that generator. It's a nice storage spot there, and in what would otherwise be a dead space. A 6,000 PSI breathing air bottle for air up to the platform. Here's the camera that's giving them the view of the officer side outrigger in the jack compartment. They did elect to do the M9V lights, warning light on the top half, and then a scene perimeter light on the bottom half. They also elected to do, in addition to a rear camera, a right side turn signal camera to help see the rear tandems when you're making a turn. One thing that's special on the SPH is we have no limitations on the bumper. You can see this department elected to do a 5-inch front suction. A lot of our customers are doing an 1.5 inch trash line there as well. But really, we have full customization on the bumper to do whatever fits your department's needs. And of course, the custom engraving in the lower grille, again, going to Greencastle, Indiana.